So I got some good news, some bad news, and some bad news turned good news. Where do I begin? So I guess I should start by saying that the bad news turned good news is the reason for the bad news, if that makes sense. So essentially, we'll start with the bad news turned good news. I mentioned before in one of my previous videos about the propane tank and what I was told. So let's go ahead and talk about that for a second. So I mentioned previously that I talked to an RV tech and he essentially explained to me how I could restore my propane tank. I then talked to a propane guy who basically told me I could just replace the tank. And so I was getting completely opposite information. But propane guy sent me to a RV guy, a different one, and basically they were like, we can't work on anything older than 2000. So they can't replace the tank. I can't replace the exact tank, and I was kind of at a loss of what to do. I will show you guys what my RV tank actually looks like right here. It is extremely rusty, and I know how to basically restore it. And the RV guy who told me I could, we went over how I could do that, and he was like, yeah, that's exactly what I would do if I were you. But after talking to both companies, or all three companies actually, I was super stressed and I did not know where to turn or where to go as far as the propane tank went. And I think Isaac could see how stressed out I was, and so we kind of talked about it and we came up with a solution. So that's the bad news. Here's the good news. Isaac is a professional bus builder, right? And I have helped him quite a few times building buses, and he also helped me build my van. So we kind of came up with a solution. I am currently running the 2-burner stovetop inside the RV. Don't worry, it's well ventilated, and I'm trying to run out the propane. And as far as I've been told, there is no safe way to get rid of propane quickly. You just have to run it out. So I've been running it every single day, and it's finally starting to get close to empty. Once it's empty, we can remove the tank and the propane appliances like the furnace, the water heater, the stove, and the refrigerator. All of that's being replaced. What we are going to do is take a brand new propane tank off of Amazon, not this exact one, but just some propane tank off of Amazon, and we are going to redo the propane lines and do the propane how we would do in a bus. So we're not going to be using copper lines. I'm not going to get into all of that here. I'm going to show you guys everything that we're doing when we're doing it. So that's the good news. I don't have to stress about the propane tank being so rusty and feeling unsafe. So we'll have a new propane tank, new propane lines, and all new propane appliances. That brings us to my bad news. I cannot continue demo any further going as far as the cabinets go because I'm having to run the propane out on the stove, meaning I can't demo that until the stove is gone, until the propane is run out. So I was like, well, what could I do? So I was like, let's get up inside the overhead cab and take the old stereo, DVD player, VHS system out and take that old TV down because I'm not going to keep that either. And when I tell you, I was sad but not surprised is a little bit of an understatement. I am gonna take you guys inside the RV right now, and it is a little dark in here, but I have a flashlight so I can show you guys what I'm working with. I wound up taking all the front out. So we got that out, this door out. I don't know how this is attached, so I gotta figure that out, and I got the TV out and the vent that was over there. Now, I don't think you can see it on camera, but I found another mice nest, a very big one, and I cleaned it up as best as I could. But just let me show you with the flashlight what's going on in there. So this is what's left that I couldn't clean up easily. It was in the corner here. There was a vent here, and you can just see how absolutely horrid and disgusting it is. There's mice droppings on both sides, but there wasn't a nest over here, just lots more droppings. So, that being said, after I discovered that and I was having a hard time getting it out, I actually got a comment from somebody talking about the potential dangers of cleaning up mouse droppings that I was quite frankly unaware of, and it terrified me. So when I found that, I was a little bit paranoid and afraid, and I wasn't quite sure how to go about it. So I did some more research, and I was considering having a professional company come and clean out the rest of the RV. But what I'm going to do is clean it myself. I ordered a steam cleaner, and I'm just going to make sure that, well, first of all, I made a bleach mixture and I bleached the heck out of this thing. And I let it sit for a while, and then I'll bleach it a couple more times. I get the steam cleaner in a few days, and so once I receive that, I'm gonna go in and I'm gonna steam clean the heck out of this thing and get all of it disinfected and get the droppings out of there, and I just want it to feel clean and safe. So that's essentially the worst of it up to this point. You got the bad news turned good news and the bad news. So I do have some other good news though, which I'm really excited about. I got a huge shipment. Here it is. I got a whole bunch of stuff, you guys. So I want to take this moment right here to officially announce that Rec Pro is an official sponsor of this build, and I could not be more excited. I have experience with quite a few Rec Pro appliances. I have used their stove oven combo, which I fell in love with. It makes you feel like you're in a real home having an oven, and their refrigerators are so great. I had 2 Rec Pro fans in my van and a Rec Pro fridge. My initial thought was that I was gonna keep my dinette seats and just replace the cushions. And obviously we saw how that went. So I'm having to improvise and build new dinette seats, but I'm gonna build them to the same specs because I do have Rec Pro cushions that are gonna be going into the RV that match the jackknife couch. So it'll be like literally a brand new RV with the original layout, which I'm really excited about. Let's open up some packages, and I'll show you guys what's gonna be going into the Chinook. We now have a new water heater, so I can officially take that old one out and replace it, and it'll finally have a door on the other side. I also have to move all this stuff out of the way because we're not quite here yet. So I think this is the bottom cushion and the back cushion for the dinettes. I'm pretty sure. They're so light, it's gotta be the cushions. Once I get everything organized, I'll open up the cushions and give you guys a sneak peek of what that's gonna look like. This is also really light. I'm not sure what this is. I know what this is. Okay, cool. I think this is everything from Rec Pro. So as you've seen in previous videos, when I go to turn the RV lights on, like half of them don't work. So these are the new LED lights. These are all from Rec Pro. And we got one fancy fixture, which I'm excited to show you guys at some point, that I will be using. So all of this needs to be out of the way and out of the shop because we are not this far along in the build yet. So give me just a second to get organized and then we'll take a look at the cushions. So I'm gonna have to get help bringing the jackknife and the oven in here. So we'll leave those out there for now. So we're gonna take a quick peek at these cushions. I don't know what the fabric looks like in person, so I'm excited to see. Also, if you peeked, little logo, I cannot wait to share the information about the OGO that I have with you, especially if you have an RV. Your mind will be blown. Stay tuned for that. Let's take a look at these cushions. As you can see, I have all of the old cushions and stuff from the Chinook in here. I was originally planning on trying to keep them and reuse them, but after seeing all of the ick that was in that RV, I have zero interest in doing that. So, not gonna keep those. I'm very excited to see what these cushions look like. So these are the exact fit for the dinette that was already in there. So everything's gonna still be the same. Ugh. It's a fabric material. They did have like a fake leather material that I really liked, but in reality, it'd probably be a little bit cuter, but not as comfortable, especially in the summer when it's hot and you're sweaty. So that's why I went with the fabric. And I love it. It's like a different mixture of tan colors, the little bit of darkness in there. I'm really happy with that. I can't wait till it's time to like do the fun stuff and put in like the cute stuff. For now, we will finish the demolition, which hopefully will be done within the next week or so. Then we can actually start building and get into the good stuff. This is all of the stuff that I took out of the Chinook so far. Y'all, I just want to say thank you guys so much for hanging in there with me. I think that she's gonna be so freaking cool when she's done that it's gonna make all of the bad worth it. I already feel like it's worth it. As many roadblocks that we've run into, just being able to see the view that's a little further out and having to, you know, make a bridge right now, I see it and I'm ready to get there. It's just gonna take some time. I don't think that you guys have any idea how grateful I am for all of you here watching. If you haven't, please subscribe. It truly helps and it would mean the world to me, especially if you want to see this thing done. And as always, thank you so much for watching. I hope you all had the merriest of Christmases and happy holidays, and I hope you have a wonderful new year. I will see you guys next Monday, or this Monday I should say, and I'm thinking about doing a New Year's Eve live chat. So if that's something that you're interested in, I am considering it. So let me know in the comment section that that's something that you want to see and hang out with me for. So just let me know. Also, if you guys have any name ideas, I'd love to hear them. My mom was just asking me if I had a name for her yet, and I hadn't even thought about it. So this is me thinking about it, if you want to add your thoughts in there and your suggestions. So don't forget to subscribe, hit that like button, and the notification bell, and I will see you guys on the next video. Exciting things are happening. Okay, so I haven't tried to open the awning yet, and I just found the opener thing, twister, whatever it's called, handle, to open it. So we're gonna open it right now, and we're all gonna find out together if this is another hurdle in the Chinook renovation, restoration. I was told it works, but you know how that goes. I think it's safe to say she don't work.